Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top down analysis video on the gold and GJ. As usual, we are going to start our analysis with the monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour and 30 minutes time frame. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So now we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame, and as we can see on the gold that the price is rejecting all these basically this area and coming down. So as we can see here that we have the last monthly candle basically a close bearish, and the current monthly candle has already created the top weekend right now coming to the downside. So we can see one more thing here that okay, we have created a resistance here, and we already have this resistance right here. So as we can see, the current monthly candle is rejecting that area, basically created that top weekend coming down to fill this wick to the downside. And we can see one more thing here that okay, so this is definitely is a resistance, and we have support here on the monthly time frame, and then there is another support. Now if the current monthly candle close bearish below this support, then there is going to be a pretty high probability for the next monthly candle to basically come down and fill this support or fill this range until this support. So that is something on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to a weekly time frame to see more details. Now on the weekly time frame, we can see that the price is bearish because price is making lower lows and lower highs. So if we start from the top, we can see that the price created a low, lower high, lower low and lower high. Then we broke the previous low, created a new low, and now the price came up, basically made a retracement, and we already closed bearish at this resistance. As we can see, the last weekly candle already closed bearish, so we have created a resistance below the previous resistance now. So now there is going to be a pretty high probability for the new weekly candle to basically open up and create a top wick and retest this low. So what I'm anticipating on the new weekly candle, I'm anticipating the new weekly candle to basically open up, come a little bit up, create the top wick, and come down to to the support. And if we close below the support, then there is going to be a pretty high probability for the price to go to the next support, which is right into these areas. So that is something on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame. The daily time frame is also bearish because we are making lower lows and lower highs. So as we can see, starting from the top, we can see we created a low, we created a lower high, we created a new lower low, lower high, and then we broke the previous low, created a new lower low. So then we made a retracement, created a new lower high. So if we see, we are getting highs which are lower than the previous high. So we created a lower high, basically created a resistance, and right now I'm anticipating the price to come down and retest the previous low created. Also, we can see that we have support in this area. So we can see that we have a support right here, and if we get a daily candle close below the support, then we can see that it's a pretty clean range on the left hand side for the price to drive down and basically make a top wick and drive down to the next support, which is right into these areas. So that is something on the weekly daily time frame. Now let's go to 4 hour time frame to find more details. Now 4 hour time frame is also kind of bearish as we are making lower lows and lower highs. Starting from the top, we can see that we created a low, we created a lower high, then we broke the previous low, created a new lower low, lower high, lower low, and this time price tried to close above the previous resistance, but we couldn't, and basically we created a lower high, and right now the price is coming down to retest the previous low created on the 4 hour time frame. Now so on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we have this support, and we have this resistance, right? So price is pretty close to the support. So I'm particularly not looking for any kind of sell. And even if we get a 4 hour candle close below the support, then we can see that we have another support pretty close by, and the next support is right into these areas. So I'll be cautious while taking trades below this support. But if we talk about to the upside, like if we get a 4 hour candle close above this previous resistance, then we can see that, okay, we have the 4-hour candle close above the previous resistance, and we have also broken the market structure in the 4-hour time frame from bearish to the bullish. Also, we can see that we have clean range on the left hand side until here, and the next resistance is into these areas. So we can see in that situation, there will be pretty high probability for the next 4-hour candle to come up and hit the next resistances. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. And to the downside, if we get a 4-hour candle close below this support, I think then it's going to become a higher probability for the price to go to the next support right into these areas. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's see what is happening on the 1 hour and the 30-minute time frame. So directly jumping to the 30-minute time frame. On the 30-minute time frame, we can see that we are bearish on the 30-minute as well. As we can see, price created a low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We created a lower low, and then here we are kind of price is kind of going to the upside, but it will be just a retracement because this was the previous high and we were not able to break this high. So we could see that we created a higher low, higher low structure. And here we broke this previous low and created a new low. So right now I'm just waiting for the price to come up, create some kind of resistance, maybe in the previous resistance area, or maybe, right here. And then I'll be looking for some kind of a shorting opportunity to target this low and this low created by the price. So that is something on the 30-minute time frame on the gold. Now let's go to GJ. And GJ, we are going to start again with the monthly time frame. So GJ on the monthly time frame, we can see that we are pretty much bullish. As we can see, we have the last monthly candle close above this resistance, and we have another resistance right here, and then more resistance right into these areas. So we don't know how the this current monthly candle is going to be closed, but we have closed above the resistance. And now there is a higher probability price may come up. And also, if we, there are basically two scenarios. So now if we get, suppose current monthly candle, if we close up, let me change the color to blue. So now if the new monthly candle close above, this resistance, then we know that, okay, this one is going to be the next resistance. So in that situation, there'll be a higher probability for the next monthly candle to come up and hit this next resistance. But at the same time, if we get the current monthly candle close below the support, then there is going to be higher probability for the price to come down to fill this wick and maybe to the next support, which is right into these areas. And if somehow we close below this support, then there is going to be higher probability for the price to come down to the next support, something like this. So this is something I see on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame to find more details. On the weekly time frame, we are bullish as we are making higher highs and higher lows. So we can see that we created a high, higher low, higher, broke the previous high, created new higher high. So we are having bullish market structure on the weekly time frame. And at the same time, we can see that we have this support. Then there is going to be another support. So we have another support, and then there is one more support. And at the same time, we have this resistance right here, right? So now we can see that the last weekly candle basically closed with a rejection to the upside and a rejection to the downside, and with a small bullish body. So now if we get a weekly candle close below this support, then there is going to be a higher probability for the next weekly candle to come down to this support. And if we close below that support as well, there is going to be a very high probability for the price to go down to the next support, which is right into these areas. So that is something to the downside. Now let's check what is happening on the upside. So for that, we need to check where is the next resistance, right? So for that, we will see that, okay, this one is, these are the next resistances we see, right? So now at the same time, to the upside, if we get a new weekly candle, suppose we get a weekly candle close above this resistance, there is going to be a higher probability for the next weekly candle to go to the next resistance, and if we close above that resistance as well, there is going to be higher probability for the price to go to the next resistance. So that is something to the upside on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to a daily time frame to find more details. On the daily time frame, we can see that the price is bullish because we are making higher highs and higher lows. There is no doubt about it. We created a high, we created a higher low. Price broke the previous high, created a new high, and right now we are just consolidating between this support and this resistance, right? So if we look more closely, we can also find out that we have this support right here, right? We have this support, and at the same time, we can see that we are having highs which are getting lower and lower, right? And also we could see that the last daily candle closed back into the range, close above this resistance. So now if the next daily candle come down, create a bottom wick, then there's going to be a higher probability price is going to come up, maybe to retest this resistance. So that is something on the upside. But at the same time, if we get a daily candle close below this support, as we can see here, and also we could see that there is a clean range on the left hand side, and this is going to be the next support. So in that situation, there is going to be a higher probability for the price to go down to the next support. That is something on the daily time frame. Now let's see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is kind of bearish at the moment. So same like the daily time frame, we can see that the highs are getting lower and lower, to look like kind of downtrend. We basically created this low, and then the price came down, broke this low, and created this low. So right now I'm anticipating some kind of a pullback resistance creation to go down and retest the previous low created. So like if we see that okay, on the 4-hour time frame we have this support, right? So we can see that we have this support on the 4-hour, and also we can see that we have this the 4-hour is still below this resistance, right? So now if we find some kind of resistance in this area by having a bearish candle close on the 4-hour, there is going to be a higher probability this price is going to go down to retest the previous low created, right? And if we get a close below the support, then there is going to be a higher probability for the next candle to come down to the next support, which is right into these areas. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. And for the longs, I'll be waiting for the price to close above that resistance. So like if we get a 4-hour candle close above that resistance, then I'll be anticipating the price to come up and retest the next resistance. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's see what is happening on the 30-minute time frame. So on the 30-minute time frame, we can see that the price is bearish as we are making lower lows and lower highs. We created a low, lower high, lower low, and right now the price is kind of retracing to the upside by making higher highs and higher lows, right? So we can see that this is going to be a resistance, and the price can still come up until this resistance, and then I'll be waiting for some kind of a break of this market structure and price to start making lower lows and lower highs. And I'll be looking to take short in order to target the previous low and this wick. Now, so on the 30-minute time frame, if we can see that we have the support, and we already mentioned this one is going to be the resistance. The resistance is right up there. So we have this we can see that we have the support, and even if we get a candle close below the support, then we can see that we have a choppy price action on the left hand side, right? So we have this choppy price action. So what I'll be anticipating in this situation, so as I mentioned before, I'll be anticipating some kind of break of market structure for the price to break the previous low, and then if the price come up to make a pullback and create resistance, then I'll be looking for a shorting opportunity to target this and this support. So that's it, guys. These were the analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.